Hello, my name is Sasha, and as you can see, I work in a online classroom. I like to work in an online classroom specifically because I am not physically able to do regular classrooms. I was born normal. I defining normal as being a human being capable of thinking, speaking, and walking, which is what I cannot do. And it all happened when I got sick. And what I have is called Guillain-Barre syndrome, or some people call it GBS or a Gullian-Barre syndrome or Guillain-Barre. It just depends on who you are and what you want to call it. Basically, I had a sickness. I had kidney stones, like a normal person, and then a couple of weeks later, I lost the ability to walk. I lost all feeling from the waist down. Eventually, it moved from the neck down, then from the head down. What this disease does is it takes a perfectly capable and healthy human being with no previous problems or such, and it makes your body fight itself. So it's called an autoimmune disorder because of that. Basically, it just means that your body is automatically attacking the other side of your body. So my right arm wants to kill my left arm. It's like a Nazi and a Jew. It's not good. Anyways, so this happened to me, and I went into a coma, and this is all over the course of like a week. And so imagine going from being a perfectly normal, capable human being going into life at 23 and suddenly not being able to talk because I was intubated. I was not able to eat with my mouth. I couldn't think for longer spans of 5 or 6 seconds. I would forget who I was, where I was, and who other people were, where they went. It was bad. It was really bad. I died for like a solid couple seconds there, and I came back, and I chose to come back. Anyways, that's another story entirely. What GBS does is it completely tears down a human body, and it completely tears down a human's soul. So if you meet somebody who has a variant of it, it's called a CIDP, a chronic inflammatory demyelinating neuropathy, I think, or something. There's a lot of words. I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments saying this is what it's called. So thank you for you people. Anyways, I think that people should be aware and should be conscious that this is a thing that exists. I'm not saying this because I want to be the face of GBS or the face of CIDP. I want polyneuropathy, chronic inflammatory polyneuropathy. It was still not right. Anyways, I think it's unfair that there are diseases out there that are being accumulated by the masses and are not being noticed by anybody. Not that I want to be like, hey everybody, I've got a great disease for you to learn about. I think that you should be aware that it can happen to you. It can happen to your kids. It can happen to your unborn child. It can happen to your grandparents. It can happen to your animals. This is basically a common day flu that can attack your body to the point of polio or I was a quadriplegic for like a solid 6 months to a year. My hands still don't work the right way. I have been out of the coma. I have been out of the hardest part of this disease, in my personal opinion. I've been out of it for probably like 4 years now. In total, it's been 6. I had to re-potty train. I'm not proud of it, but that's life. I had to learn how to speak again, which is why my voice is raspy, because it still hasn't come back. I can't sing anymore. I have scars all over my body from the feeding tubes and the stomach tubes and the this tubes and the that tubes, and I've got these crazy marks on my neck that look like vampire bites that are from IV drugs. It's been long, and it's been hard, and it's been incredibly frustrating. But I'm on top of it, and it's a real thing, and it is a disease, and it lives in our dirt, and it lives in our food, and it lives in our body, and it'll just hang out there until it sees you in a weak place. And then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna mess with your life, and then it destroys you, literally physically destroys you, and mentally destroys you in so many ways. That being said, it's 5 minutes of me blabbering thus far. Thus far, you can see that I am mostly human again. I say human in that I can speak and think and be otherwise. Here's a foot of mine. My ankles don't work. I hope you like Star Wars. They just kind of wiggle. I wear leg braces that help me walk. I can't walk on my own. I use a walker at 28. I use a walker. There are rude people out there. If you're one of those rude people, I've got a finger and a couple words for you. There are people who are annoyed that a 28-year-old is using a power wheelchair at Walmart or Target or whatever store I'm at, and they have a problem with me using it because I'm young and assume that I'm faking this. If you are a person that is faking a disease like this, you need to go get yourself straight with God, because can't even fathom that. Nobody wants to have this disease. Nobody wants to pretend to have this disease. So you can just go take it out, okay, friends? Just go walk it out. Anyways, jumping down off of that soapbox. I just wanted to flesh out that this disease is real, that you can get it, that you should be afraid of it. But all in all, through the last 6 years of my life, I can say that I have learned a whole lot of stuff. And I have learned who is in my corner and who will never be in my corner. And I've learned the good and bad, the right and wrong. I've learned Satan and the devil. And girl, let me tell you, there is some scary shit out there. So this is where my YouTube webcast or whatever you guys call it, it's where this is starting. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to show you how I put my makeup on with my janky nerve damage hands, or if I'm going to cook and show you how to cook when you're handicapped, or if we're going to go around and take pictures of people who are obnoxious and staring at me rudely at Target. Who knows? But if you are willing to take a leap of faith, or in my case, a roll of faith, and watch these and help me build a clientele of human beings that are willing to listen to somebody who has a disease, who has a handicap, and who is unashamed of who I am as a person. If you want to learn from me, then great. I teach kids. I can teach you. And I'd like to learn from you guys too. So, that's it. I hope you guys have a great day.